Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Brianna Janae here. If you are a new subscriber, make sure you guys go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button and turn on my post notifications so you're notified when I post a video first. Today I thought that I would do a video that I actually get asked a lot, which is how did you meet your husband? And it's actually like not, well, it's kind of a funny story, like on how we ended up dating and being together, and oh my god, there's a lot because we've been together for 6 years. But I just want to say like the beginning of like how we met, and it's actually like a really funny story. Yeah, but before I jump into that, make sure you guys go ahead and follow all my social medias. You know I always post them here and here, and also make sure to go back and check out all my other videos. I did do Vlogmas this year, which was a 25 days of Christmas, so make sure you guys go back and check out all the videos that I did and then come back to this one. And yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right on into this video. Alright guys, so yeah, like I said, I get asked this a lot, which is how did you meet your husband? How did you and your husband meet? What's the story behind that? And honestly, I get kind of like, I mean, this is how we met, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I was like, let me just go ahead and explain it. Actually, it's a funny story. The way that me and my husband initially started talking was here's how it really started. On Facebook, I noticed that I had got a friend request from him, and I was just like, okay, this was a time where I accepted everybody's friend request. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna accept it. So I accepted his friend request, like whatever, it's just another person like requesting to follow me because I'm that, like, I'm popping. Like, no, I'm just kidding, but really I was not popping. But yeah, I was like, okay, so he requested to follow me, so I accepted it. And then next thing you know, I get a message like maybe a day or two later, and it was just like, hey, and I was just like, hey, and then it was like, and then you're really pretty, and I was like, oh, you too, thank you, you too. I looked back on this message, I'm gonna see if I can find it, but I was like, thank you, you too. And he was like, I'm pretty or something, and I was like, I mean handsome, like, you know what I'm saying? I was just saying, you know, like that. That was pretty much the gist of that conversation, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, back in the day when I was like 18, because I met my husband when I was 18. When I was 18, I was like really bitchy. Like, I was like, I'm not thinking about these dudes, like, no, like, flirt with me, I don't care. Like, you can flirt with me all day, but I'm really not thinking about you. That's the kind of girl I was. So yeah, I was like, okay, he said I'm pretty, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not like finna talk to him. Like, I didn't even say anything to my sister because I was like, I'm not finna talk to this guy. Like, whatever, weird, I don't want to talk to him. So fast forward to a night that we were gonna go out, and he would always remind me like, hey, are you ever gonna go out? Like, if you go out, hit me up, blah blah blah. Like, he would say that because he was a club promoter at the time, which I hated that he was a club promoter, because I was like, you are a hoe. If you're a club promoter, you're a hoe. You're a hoe. Like, you have all these girls that want to talk to you because they want free drinks and stuff, so you're a hoe. That's the main reason I did not want to talk to him, you guys. Not because he was ugly to me, and not because I was just like a bitch. Like, I was just like, he's a club promoter, I'm not going there. No. So I could get played? So yeah, this fast forward to a night that me and my sister and I think Jasmine were gonna go out, and we were actually running late, and he had wrote me like, hey, are you gonna step out tonight? And I was just like, oh, I was like, this guy Larry is writing me asking if we're gonna step out tonight. And my sister was like, Larry who? And I was like, Larry, I don't know, it says like Pro Fresh or something. She's like, let me see. So I gave her my phone, and she's like, I know Larry, that's Lil Larry, that's white boy Larry, I've known him since middle school. And I was just like, oh, like, okay, like, I didn't think anything of it. She's like, he's trying to talk to you? And I was like, yeah. I was like, but you know me, I'm not gonna talk to him. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody, you know how I am. Because all he's gonna want is to smash because he's a club promoter, so no, I'm not doing it. My sister was like, this is gonna sound so bad, so I'm just gonna go ahead and interject right here. Back then, and I told my husband the story, he knows, it's messed up, like what we were thinking. I didn't think I was gonna go into it liking him, so that was like, you know, a thing. But just don't judge us for this moment right here. So I'm gonna continue the story now. But yeah, and I was just like, you know, like, talk to him, girl, like, he could get us in the club for free when we're running late. Like, we don't always have to be there before 11. And I was just like, I really don't want to do that. I want to expect something if I'm always hanging out with him. My sister was like, no, you don't have to give him anything, which is true, you don't have to. So I was just like, okay, I'll hit him up. So I hit him up, I was like, hey, yeah, me and my sister and my best friend are gonna step out tonight, but we're running late. You think that like you could get us in? Such a freaking ratchet thoughty thing. Like, that's so ratchet. Like, I just want to talk to you just so you can get me into the club. And my husband was like, that's so messed up. But yeah, so he was just like, yeah, like, I'll totally meet you guys there. I'll get you guys in for free. If I'm not at the door, tell so-and-so, and they'll tell them that you're with me, and they'll let you in. So I was just like, okay. So not thinking of anything of it. And my sister's like, you just gotta play the part tonight. Like, see if you like him. Like, because my sister did know him. She's like, he's actually really cool. Like, you might like him. Like, you know, that's your type. So I was like, okay, I'll play the part for one night for you guys to get us in for free, and maybe potentially get us some free drinks. I don't know. So we ended up getting there, and I kid you guys not, we were in the club. We got there at like 11:30, I think. My husband literally didn't show up till like 1 o'clock. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, we got him for free. Like that, he owned up to his word. But I was like, he's not even gonna freaking come. Like he's literally not coming. So I was like, cool, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got in the club for free. I don't have to interact. I don't gotta talk, because I was really like, I'm just like that person. Like I don't want to talk. I don't want to. So I was just like, yeah, like cool. Like he's not even gonna come. And then next thing you know, he walks in. He literally walks in and my sister's like, oh, Larry's here. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I walk with my sister because I'm like all shy or whatever. I'm like, come with me. Like I don't want to go say hi to him by myself. Like come with me. So she walked with me. He literally, and I was talking to one of the security guards that we had met. Like I forgot. It was like me and my sister. Here's Larry, and the security guard was on this side. And my sister went to say hi to Larry. I was right next to her and I was talking to the security guard, and I hear my sister say hi. And Larry gives her a hug. He looks right at me and then he just walks off. He doesn't even say anything to me. He doesn't say hi, nothing. So I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? And I told my sister, I was like, well, that was like rude. He didn't even say hi to me. So my sister was like, he did it, because she started talking to security. So then my sister goes back to Larry and she's like, why did you speak to my sister? And he was just like, that's your sister? And she was like, yeah, the one that Bree, the one you've been talking to, she was talking about like how, you know, you got us in or whatever. And he was like, I didn't even know that was her. Like he's like, I saw her, but I didn't think it was her because she looked really mean. So I was like, I didn't think it was her. So I was like, did I look mean, or did you think it wasn't me? He's like, both. Like you look mean, so I wasn't gonna like speak to you, because I do have resting bitch face. Like I really do. It's just a thing. I'm sorry. But then when you speak to me, I'm nice. So yeah, he's like, you just looked really mean and I didn't know if it was you, so I didn't want to look dumb giving you a hug, and you're like, what the fuck? Like I don't know you. So yeah, he ends up coming back and being like, oh well, okay, hi, I'm Larry. I was like, hi, I'm Brianna, or whatever, you know. Like okay. I looked at him, I was like, okay, he's cute. Like he's cute, but he's a hoe. Like I could already see it because you're a club promoter. So he was just like, do you want to sit down with me and talk? So Jasmine and my sister went and did their own thing, and like we sat down and we talked, and you know, he was just conversating, and you know, I don't remember most of the conversation because I'm pretty sure I was drunk. Disclaimer, at 18 I was drunk at the bar, but you know, it happens. And yeah, so we got to talk and stuff. And then like a funny story like that made me that night not want to talk to him is because we were sitting there talking, not even flirting or doing anything bad. We were just talking, and literally this girl comes out and she just like looks out the door and she just rolls her, I don't know if she's rolling her eyes at me, thinking she was rolling them at Larry, because one of his little girl toys that he liked, the girls at the time wanted to talk to promoters because you get in for free. So I guess one of his little girls that he had before he talked to me saw that we were talking, and she came out and she was pissed, like, oh really, that's what we're doing now? And then she just walked inside, and I was like, nope, not doing it. I'm not gonna be fighting these girls for you. No. He's like, that's not my girlfriend. He's like, it's not like I'm single at the end of the day and I want to talk to you. And I'm just like, no. Like in my mind, I was like, I'm not dealing with it. I could already see what's gonna happen, and I'm not trying to be fighting all these little rats because they think that they're with you when you're trying to talk to me. If you're gonna be with me, you're gonna be with me. You're gonna talk to me, you're gonna talk to me. So he's like, no, I really like you. Like you're cool. Like let me, you know, we exchanged numbers, and he was like, I'm gonna call you, so we're gonna hang out. I'm like, yeah. So club in, or texting me. He texted me at first, and then he called me, and I would not answer. I told my sister, I was like, I'm not talking to this dude again. No, he is a club promoter. It's never gonna work. I'm gonna have issues with this girl, that girl. I'm not doing it. So I didn't answer his call for like, I want to say it was like a couple days, but he was very persistent, and I was like, I mean, I did have a good vibe with this guy, like I can't even lie. So one day he texted me, he was like, hey, like can you come to my house? I'm gonna babysit. I'm not going out tonight. My sister's going out, and she wants me to watch my nephew. Do you want to come help me babysit? And at first I was like, no, like I don't want to meet your sister and stuff. Like that's moving quick, like we just met. But I don't know, he tells me to this day, like, why did you come meet me? I was like, I don't know, like you just had something about you. So I ended up saying yes. I was like, yeah, I'll go help you babysit your nephew. So I ended up going over there, and literally, you guys, like we just hit it off. But yeah, we just hit it off. We had a good time watching movies, got his nephew to sleep, and then we hung out, we just talked. And then he ended up taking me home at like 4 in the morning after his sister got back. And yeah, I was just like, you know what, I really like this guy. And then since then, like I don't know what kind of spell he put on me, but I just could not let him go. And it was like, I was all in after that. I was like, nope, that's my man's. I don't care. That's my property. So now you're stuck with me. And I told him, I was like, after that day, you were stuck with me. After I watched your nephew with you and we hit it off, you're stuck with me. And he has not been able to leave me alone since. I'm just saying, like, my husband, you know, I get on his nerves, he gets on my nerves, but he really is my freaking best friend. Like, I'm like, God just works in mysterious ways. The fact that he just threw us together, and the fact that I was like, I'm not gonna talk to him anymore, but God just kept pulling us together, and now you just cannot separate us. Like, that's my best friend. That's like, literally, if I have nobody, I know that I have my husband, even though, like I said, we get on each other's nerves most of the time, but I love him to death. Like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, that's my man's. Like, I love him. So if you're watching this, babe, I love you, and you are my best friend, and I'm not going nowhere. You're stuck with me. I'm sorry. You're stuck with me. So, which regardless, you're stuck with me. We have kids together, but you're really stuck with me because I'm not going anywhere, and I love you. But yeah, guys, so that's the story about how me and my husband met, which is crazy. Originally I did not want to give him the time of day, but then my sister and me, we were all like, well, we could get in the club for free. We were doing it on like some messed up stuff, but then I ended up really falling for him. So it was just craziness, but that's how I met my husband. And if you guys enjoyed that little story time, if you guys want to hear any more story times about me and my husband, I mean, we've had some crazy times going out and partying, so let me know if you guys want to hear those story times. And we've had a lot of other crazy times, so just let me know if you guys want to hear that. And make sure you guys give this video a huge thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. All right, bye guys.